This is War Brief Daily for August 5th. Over the last 24 hours, a confirmed vessel sinking in the Red Sea, another heavy Russia-Ukraine strike cycle, and renewed coercive activity around Taiwan changed the operating picture. We'll separate what is confirmed from what is still a claim. First, the Red Sea. India's shipping minister says the Indian-flagged MSV Faize Noore Oliya was hit by a projectile near Yemen, capsized, and sank. All 14 crew members were rescued by the Yemeni Coast Guard and brought to Mocha. The sinking and rescue are confirmed. Responsibility is not. Yemen's internationally recognized government says the Houthis used an explosive boat, but the Houthis had not publicly claimed the attack in the reporting reviewed. That distinction matters. A successful sinking raises risk for regional commercial traffic, but attribution will determine whether this becomes an isolated incident or a broader shipping security escalation. Watch for a Houthi statement, maritime security alerts, and any change in routing or convoy posture. Second, Russia and Ukraine remain locked in a reciprocal deep strike cycle. Ukraine's Air Force says Russia launched one Iskander-M ballistic missile and 136 attack drones overnight. Kyiv claims 117 drones were destroyed or suppressed, but says the missile and 14 drones reached 14 impact locations. Those intercept and impact totals are Ukrainian official figures, not independently audited results. The operational point is clear. Russia continues to package ballistic missiles with large drone salvos, forcing Ukraine to distribute finite air defense coverage across a wide target set. At the same time, Ukrainian drones are still reaching deep into Russia. Russian regional officials reported at least 5 deaths after Ukrainian attacks in the Moscow and Leningrad regions. Multi-outlet reporting also points to fires near warehouse sites around Moscow and St. Petersburg and at the Syzran refinery, though damage, attribution, and military effect remain incomplete. At the front, Ukraine's general staff reports 226 combat engagements in its latest cycle, including 35 Russian attacks toward Kostiantynivka. Pokrovsk remains under pressure. No independently verified territorial breakthrough has emerged, so don't confuse high combat volume with confirmed ground gain. Next, Gaza. Palestinian health authorities report at least 19 people killed by Israeli fire in the preceding 24 hours. Continuing strikes and casualties are widely reported, but the total comes from Gaza health authorities. Separately, Israel-Lebanon talks resumed in Rome. That is a meaningful diplomatic development, but not evidence of a new kinetic shift. In Sudan, there is no verified in-window territorial change to report. The new development is a UN-linked warning that drone warfare is threatening civilians and aid access. Reports of a Darfur court strike killing at least 35 refer to August 2nd, outside this brief's window. Finally, Taiwan's defense ministry logged 17 Chinese aircraft and naval activity around the island, with 12 aircraft reportedly crossing the median line. This is confirmed coercive signaling, not combat. The risk is miscalculation if that activity expands into a larger naval or air operation. What to watch next? Verified damage from the Russia-Ukraine strikes, formal attribution for the Red Sea sinking, Saudi confirmation or denial of the claimed Houthi strike on Nadran Airport, and whether Chinese activity around Taiwan develops into a broader exercise. That's your War Brief Daily for August 5th. Subscribe for the next update. No spin, no noise, just in